after that. So the one dude that liked y'all, and he was amen and everything. Like I said, I had a little viewing party, and I want to hear what y'all say. Loved y'all, by the way. And then he should have told him. I was like, man, look here.
Appreciate it, sir.
But he was like, look at these brothers and asked them, what do we need to stop doing? And he said, they'll know what I'm talking. What do we need to stop doing out here as black men? I guess men, period.
Black men?
What do we need to stop doing?
There's a few things.
Okay.
I defer to the married man in the room.
Well,
Let
gonna
him
defer
start
to you
this.
Are we
too.
talking
Yeah.
to men as men?
Yeah.
Or
This is a
black
man
men?
asking a question. This was a brother asking brothers, but I'm certain that it can, other men can definitely relate to it. But this was a brother asking the man he was looking at, and you guys were the man he was looking at.
We need to stop giving these nothing ass bras the power.
Can you elaborate?
Let me go on Instagram right quick and point out any one of these bras that's good to look at. You know what I mean? That's only good for what we like. We giving them too much power. All our women are turning into these bras. Even the ones that don't really look like these bras is trying to act like these bras. Stop getting.
But is that their fault or is that our fault
our
for
fault.
showing them bras attention?
It's our fault.
Okay.
So he's saying stop. Okay. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm still thinking.
I mean, I got a couple ideas.
Okay.
Definitely starting with that, but I think we need to do better to take that idea a step further. I think men need to do a better job of how they associate and choose their wives. The reality is women are taught
Word
how
talk.
to choose a man of substance very early on. But men aren't necessarily choosing women of substance overwhelmingly. And we may fall into it, but let's be real. We know plenty of men with baby mama drama or ex-wife drama or whatever because they didn't necessarily pick partners that were good partners for them as individuals.
Talk
They
about
just
it.
picked a partner that,
At convenience.
was convenient or was available or
And she wasn't conducive to what he's trying to do.
right.
Okay.
Right. And that's what I mean. I don't necessarily agree with the term ain't, however you posed it originally, because I mean, I look at all women have some level of worth, right? Even the ones that we consider, influencers or strippers or, they valuable
Shelters
too.
of the night.
They valuable too.
They are for a good time.
They all provide a certain level of resource. It's just a
Entertainment.
matter how you go about, valuing that commodity, so to speak, right? I think women do a great job of understanding that, as a woman, they have a certain level of power in their possession, right? Whether it's the power of the kitten, we'll say, or but the biggest power that women possess is the power of feminism, a very lost art that women who understand that.
Feminism or femininity?
Feminism.
Is it not the same thing? Well,
No,
femininity-
I think, and we kind of talked about this on our last show. Femininity is something that we possess that oftentimes men don't think we utilize. We just be feminine, just be a woman. Don't
Right.
try and be a man, be a woman.
right.
A feminist is like women rights and we're equal and we're not behind you.
Okay.
That to me, that's the difference.
Femininity then is the
Okay.
word that I'm looking for. Because
Okay.
when women are women, then things go, right? Whereas right now, I think we tend to have a bit more of a conflict because we got women trying to be men and we got men not being men and being pushed into the direction of something that they maybe should be or that they probably aren't. Right?
Going against our nature.
Right, right. So we got men that should be a bit more in an alpha position that they're not stepping up to that position for some reason. Either they were raised in an all-female dynamic environment and it's been just completely,
Pushed down and
pushed
stuff.
down and beat up, right? Because
Men
let's
that
face
aren't
it,
in the home. It's
Right.
like the male species is this and this and that.
Right,
And when
right.
you're a young boy hearing that,
right,
it
you
had-
haven't grown up learning how to be a man in your environment, right? That's something that particularly in the African American community, a community with roughly what's our percentages now?
something like
60%,
60% of women live at home.
single mother households,
Something like that.
So
That's big.
that's a
It's
huge
huge.
percentage, right? Like, that's a lot of boys growing up without any male role model unless they play sports or
Unless the mother seeks out.
right,
that.
right. But how often is that occurring, right?
I mean, well, you hope there's a granddad or
You
an
hope so.
uncle
You hope so.
or someone that they go seek out. But that kind of came up when the bad boy conversation came out.
Yeah.
When I asked women, why do you like bad boys?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing, remember when I talked about you can't be man-like and want a man? When they were talking about bad boys, it was kind of like you can't be woman-like and want a woman. I'm not gonna want you if you trying to, you don't have that masculinity. So oftentimes, I guess the bad boys exude that masculinity, and therefore, that's why a lot of women are attracted to that masculinity, and oftentimes, it's accompanied in
What are they saying is a bad boy though?
like remember our last conversation, like he was talking about, like a woman has this guy, maybe a square dude, an accountant. I'm not putting you out there like that.
Hey,
but a cat, and he's saying she coming back and she messing with me, and he about this woman, that woman, that woman. He's not sticking to anybody. He doesn't treat her. He doesn't put her on a pedestal, and I can't say that I call that a masculine trait, but that man usually has a higher level of, I don't know if it's testosterone or masculinity or something that might attract that woman to kind of, that old thing I want to be taken, get in the car, calm down, and that thing that they like, that they can, that masculinity part, that's who usually exudes that these days, as opposed to having that kind of metro heterosexual cat that's sitting next to you trying to get his brows threaded,
right.
right? So you understand what I'm saying? So and I'm, like I said, I'm just summarizing the conversation that we had before.
Right.
So does anybody have anything? I feel like your wheels are turning. Somebody's wheels are turning.
Because it's hard to say. I just think males just need to just stop tricking. Just stop tricking. Because it's turned everything upside down. It really is. I know it ain't tricking if you got it, but it is still tricking if you got it.
Yeah, it's just more.
Regardless of what it is. And at the same time, I know women don't care about it, but you're renting yourself out. You're prostituting.
Right.
At the end of the day, if you're in it for a benefit, you're prostituting yourself for something that you are not willing to work for yourself. So, as a male, just stop tricking so much. Stop cupcaking. Stop with the extras, because they really don't care. All they gonna do is put up on the wall. And nowadays, put it in a rap song.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Nowadays, so
8-figure nigga, that's my thing.
yeah, like,
Body,
it's,
yada, yada, yada.
yeah, right. You know what I mean? It's a different world now. So,
Do you think social media is the fault of that, or do you think social media is just a vessel that everybody's putting their business out there? Do you think social media affects relationships, or it's just sped up because technology is making everything? You know what I mean?
social media is definitely a culprit in everyday life, regardless of what it is. But do I think that it's definitely diverting from us having and more families in our community because once I said earlier was women have too many options now. So you actually have to be a unicorn to a woman and then still allow her to be whatever she was prior to that. If you meet her on social media to continue the shenanigans, if it is shenanigans, and you have to accept a lot of what her is and put up with it nowadays because of how implemented social media is in today's world. So if you provide a level of access to so many men that's willing to give you whatever you want without any type of relationship or commitment or anything like that, then you tend not to settle down for somebody that is for you. So the more tricking and the more random BS comments that you give females and OnlyFans and all that other extra stuff, all that stuff plays a part within society where we're never come together because all of this is just putting a bigger and bigger gap in between. And we have to just stop letting a lot of women get away with so much.
So you're saying stop, like, can you see a OnlyFans star getting wifed and putting her up on a pedestal as the wife to be like?
Yeah, I really can, because at the end of the day, me personally, I think every woman can get married. I mean, I ain't gonna say get married. There is a man that's willing to marry any type of woman in this day and age. There's porn stars that got married. There are prostitutes that are married. There are OnlyFans couples that are married that actually have sex on OnlyFans.
That's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? There are levels and
I've never seen OnlyFans.
It's not something that you really go see. Yeah, you just
Huh?
gotta pay for it.
Create an OnlyFans. Subscribe.
I'll fuck you up. I'll let you know that right now. 5 feet in front of me. I'll hop over this table. But just to in serious,
She can't create an
nah. But even then, that is an option in this world where people really feel that this is something that people.
You know what I think a lot of it
I wouldn't
is?
be mad at the toes.
Nigga said just
Toes
post your
He said
toes.
toes make money.
Toes make a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. Feet
But at the end of
fetish.
the day, it's just it's
A lot
it's
of
too
people
much,
marry
man.
fetishes too.
You'll get endorsed
They're
by-
trying to make relationship out of fetishes, but
Get Top
That's the-
Tio. Get Top
Huh?
Tio to be your main endorser.
Tapatio. I think I think that everything is on display.
Everything is on display.
You remember humility?
There's nothing special.
And
about
remember
it.
when
What is
I mean
that?
like for example, I remember we talked about a long time ago, like I don't think you'll ever see like Bill Gates on Cribs. Or or Denzel Washington on Cribs. Or
They showed Bill Gates' house before.
they show Bill, somebody show, but what
It
I'm
was a
saying is
Microsoft
that
commercial.
he ain't like, this where the magic happens. And this Tyrese got a castle. Do
He
you
do.
understand me?
Yeah.
I did not know that. This cat got a castle that got 6 floors.
Yeah.
A castle.
Yeah.
A castle.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that
Tyrese
there used to
Fast
be
and Furious?
Yeah.
yes.
He moved?
Yeah, I think he's in Atlanta. He's not in Watts no more. He's in Atlanta.
Nah, he had a house out in
Like Calabasas or something
You
like.
probably still got it.
I mean, I'm talking
thought
about
he
the
was on-
round things, like the whole
You got the
shit.
movie room cracking
You
and
got
all
a
that.
castle. Cat got 6 floors. And what I'm saying is, yeah, they may
Tyrese?
show Bill Gates' house on, but he's not gonna say this where the magic happened. This where the stripper pole at. This, there used to be a thing about, a humility. Hey, I work hard for it. The richest dude that I know personally, he the one hooked me. He's the one that hit me to Ross. He said, Ange, you see this silk? I found this 100% at this store called Dress for Less. I was like, what? And I was like, but do you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't the floss. Right now, everything is the floss.
Everything's for the
And when
gram.
everything is and that's the thing. I can't, I can't compete flex. Can't do it. I don't want to do it.
I think
And
I'm
that's
old
how a
school.
lot of folks is out here doing.
That's how you get robbed.
Hell yeah, that's how you get robbed. But even trying to keep up with it, I'm like this. I'm like this, and this is weird, and this is old lady, but this is what I be on. And I be so weird. I be, hey, bottle service. They be like, they got that shit, and $400 bottle service. I be like, I got that shit at Costco last week for $49, and they be saying that in my head, but they be like, and I be like,
And
got
yours
that
is
shit.
watered down.
man,
Man,
and
very
that,
true.
but that's where my head
But
go.
you got a picture.
But I'll
Very
be
true.
like, what? I rather lounge with like 8 of my coolest people. We sit up, we chip, and we chop it up like this, and that's where that go. But right now I'm gonna do you one better. you did that, I'm gonna outdo you. That's what we on right now. And then everybody puts it up. If you don't enjoy your vacation and put that phone down, enjoy your time with your family. But you can't stop. You can't watch the concert for recording the concert. Be in the moment instead of trying to floss where you are.
Right.
I agree.
Preach.
I mean, you can be in the moment, you know. I mean, do what you want to do that feels good. But I agree. Do be in the moment. Have a time and a place for it. Take your time out to do whatever it is that you want to do. But like I said, we in a different world now.
We really are.
And you gonna handle it how you want to. I've learned, like I said, I don't really post nothing. I don't really show nothing.
That you really, really value. Every now
It ain't
and
even
then.
that I value. I just don't. This is whatever. I took a trip. Everybody's like, why you ain't post nothing?
Because I was enjoying.
I may
I was
post a
living.
couple when I get back.
Right.
Exactly.
post something.
I got flicks, but I'll post a couple here.
Look
and
what I
there.
bought my kids. I bought my kids this and that. Motherfucker, like, okay, and I'm,
Right.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So I know
exactly.
when you go, because you say when you go to work, and you got people on there that say they can't stand their boss, but you still working for that cat, and you gotta, you understand. It's kind of like, I don't think social media is the issue. I think the people which you're doing. I got enough sense not to go and post certain things, and if I have access to something that allows me to, hell yeah, you know.